Hi, everyone. Hello. It's Lady Rose here from Goddess Garage. I'm here at home tonight. I am without my Sarah. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on the chat as you guys type in things. I hope you guys all had a very wonderful Halloween Samhain holiday and were able to see lots of trick or treaters and participate and all that kind of good stuff. On Saturday of this weekend, I celebrated my 11th year in business as Goddess Garage, and I wanted to put out a big, huge thank you to everyone that came by who participated, booked appointments, bought stuff, got little goodie bags, all that good stuff. So I'm really, really happy that you guys came by, even though it was a rainy Saturday. And oh, hi, Kathy. Hi, Sheena. Hi, Lori. Oh, I'm so glad you're there. Excellent. Thank you. So it was wonderful to connect with a lot of you and, it slowed down in the moments that it needed to slow down for those that needed some little extra love. So I wanted to just say thank you so much for all of your support, especially through the last couple of years of COVID and dealing with that, both on a personal and a professional level. I couldn't have done it without you guys. So I'm so, so, so happy that you guys have been here for me. Also, too, I wanted to talk about I'm doing a special little magical package that I'm offering because today's November 1st. So I wanted to celebrate sort of the darker time of the year. And I wanted to offer up some magical packages. I made up 5 of them. So they include a minimum of $20 worth of stuff. So that includes some spells, some crystals, perhaps some jewelry. I'm putting all kinds of little goodies together. And I've already got 2 given out. So I'm doing 5 of them. So there's still 3 left. If anybody wants to book a November appointment, or if you have a friend that would like to book a November appointment, now's a good time to refer them because if they get in on it, I gave away 2 today already. They can maybe get a magical package out of it. So that would be fun if they did that. What else? New Year's readings. So I am booking my New Year's readings officially. So I'm doing November, December, January, and I'm probably going to extend it to February of next year, only because I have a big, huge growing list for this demand of this reading, because this reading is very, very accurate. It has been very accurate through COVID as well. It did call lot of the lockdowns that we went through and when they would happen, even before I knew what COVID was. It was really kind of weird how that happened. So now I have a very, very loyal base to that reading. But there's a lot of other people that want to get that reading as well. I booked, I think it was 3 more today for January. So they were lucky that because they were booking for January, I said, it's only for November that you get the magical packages, but there might be a magical package in January too. But they said, it's fine. We just want the reading. It's what they want. It's like, okay. So now feel free to book. I'm booking for November, December. I have been booking for January, a lot of January. No February yet, but that's okay. We're a little ways out from that. But if you want that reading, please do make sure you have a time booked for it because, like people have been booking since September for that appointment. So I would say get in sooner rather than later. Hi, Sarah. So again, my apologies if I'm, not quite as organized as I normally am. I'm doing it from home, which is fine, but I don't have my Sarah with me, so that's okay. I can't always have her. Oh, and this is something I wanted to show. One of the things I'm going to include in all the magical packages that I'm giving away this month are some toe tags, and these are real live toe tags. These I include in a lot of my junk journals, so there might be some junk journal stuff that gets into your magical package. And yes, I ordered these as if I was a mortuary. And this is just a little bit of what I have. Like, this is a fraction, a small fraction. I think I got 1,000 of them. So I think I have like my own toe tag. I think I've purchased my own toe tag. But I thought they'd be neat for my darker junk journals. And I thought I'd include one, since it's a darker time of the year, at least one anyways, that you can use as well for your journaling, or just as a neat little thing in your magical packages if you book an appointment for November. But like I said, for the New Year's reading, I am booking into December and January. January's getting pretty full, surprisingly. So yeah, if you want a January one, you better get one quick. Otherwise, you'll be looking at December or November probably. Hello. I can't quite see who that is. Cam, someone or other. So hello. Thank you for being here. Okay, so what else do we have? We have lots of stuff happening. So it's November 1st. So it's the day after Halloween or Samhain. Today is actually officially, well, in the Catholic Church, it's called All Saints' Day. Others also call it the Innocents' Day. So it's for those who have passed, that died too young, tragically, that sort of thing. So it's Innocents' Day today. Tomorrow is, oh, it's Colleen. Hi, Colleen. So tomorrow is All Souls' Day. I noticed some people saying All Souls' Day, and it's actually not until tomorrow. And tomorrow is also the official Day of the Dead. So Halloween, Samhain, and traditions with celebrating past loved ones and death and whatnot actually is a stretched out kind of season, a little bit like how Christmas is supposed to be. A lot of people forget, like, Christmas is a season, not a day. Like when you sing the 12 days of Christmas, the first day with the partridges in the pear tree, that's Christmas Day. And then there's 11 more days after that for Christmas. Well, Samhain or Halloween is also like that. Not quite 12 days, but it's about a week, give or take, kind of thing. So we are still celebrating. The veil is still thin, and we can still get in touch with our past loved ones. The other thing that people forget about is that the veil is thin for the other worlds as well. So this is a good time to get in touch with fairies. The same thing happens in May. May and October are opposite kind of months. So this is a good time to get in touch with fairies, as May is a good time to get in touch with fairies, but also our past loved ones. And we forget about our past loved ones in May and forget about the fairies in October and whatnot. Oh, okay, Sarah, you're going back home. Yes, drive safe. So you can also get in touch with your spirit guides a little more easily, your angel connections a little more easily, because the veil is thin for all of those. So this is a great time, not only for mediumship appointments, which I've been doing a lot of leading up to Halloween, because Halloween is, October is my December. Like, how retail stores get really busy around Christmas time. Well, October is like that for me. So I'm coming off a very, very busy month. I kind of look forward to the little bit of a lull in November, because it gives me some breathing space. But it's picking back up again. So that's good. So tomorrow is the Day of the Dead, the official Day of the Dead, and All Souls Day. And that's when we also remember our past loved ones. So it's still a great time to get those kind of readings, angel readings, fairy readings, mediumship, past loved ones. I call it on my service menu, talking to heaven, or a visit with heaven kind of thing. And that's what that reading is. Now, marigolds are also a very important flower if you have any left in your garden this time of year, because marigolds represent grief, and they are a bright flower, and they're also connected to fairies. Fairies love marigolds, but they are also connected to grief and death. And that is because they're bright enough to guide the spirits of the dead back home, and meaning back home on the other side, but also they build a bridge that they can come and visit their loved ones on this plane that are still left behind, and also go back to, the other side where they are. So it's always good to plant marigolds in your garden, because it will bring family members back that maybe you want to have a connection with, but allow them to be able to go back and forth without getting trapped or lost or anything like that. Now, as far as the moon goes, so I'm going to be switching up Mystic Mondays. I'm going to have some themes. So the first Monday of Mystic Mondays is going to be moon magic. And then the second Monday of Mystic Mondays every month is going to be goddess based. So we'll be talking about a specific goddess, talking about her history, that sort of thing. And then there's also going to be a market mystic magic. So that's where I'm going to sort of show some of the services and products and things like that I have. Because some people were asking, could I see more of what you have in stock, like my fairy candles and my jewelry and my little magical things that I make and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. So now you figured out why you like Marigolds. That's awesome. So this Monday, we're talking about moon magic. And there are 2 very special moons coming in. So as you know, the moon is always changing phases. And for this month, the full moon is happening November 19th. And it's an eclipse moon. And it's in the sign of Scorpio. So that means it's a very, very powerful, the full moon's in the sign of Taurus, which is also a very powerful moon because Tauruses are about building. So you want to know about the new moon, which is happening very soon in a couple of days, because the new moon is going to be very connected to the full moon this particular month. So I'm talking about the full moon right now, just to kind of give you an idea. So the eclipse, it's going to be an eclipse moon this month. And that means it's going to be very strong. And it means that life changes are happening. This is the time to make those life changes. So if your sun or moon or rising sign is in Taurus, it's in particular going to affect you in a big way. Now, the choice is yours, whether it affects you positively or negatively. So I'm doing a couple very special things this month, totally for free too. So if your sun sign, like if someone asks you what's your zodiac sign and you say Taurus, you're really going to feel it this month. Now, we don't always know what our moon and our rising is. I do because I'm an astrologist, but you can find out easily. You can go to there's lots of free websites out there that you type in your birth date and they tell you what your sun is, what your moon is, and what your rising, or sometimes they call it an ascendant as well. And you can find that out. If you can't find that out on your own, message me on Facebook, Goddess Garage Tarot Parlor, and I can find out for you. All I need is your name, your birth location, and your birth time as close as you can get it. So if you don't know a specific time, try to ballpark it. Maybe ask your mom or your dad or an aunt or an uncle or a grandfather or grandmother, do you remember when I was born? What time of day was it? Was it like 3 a.m. or was it noon or whatever kind of thing? So an eclipse is when the whole universe changes gears. So that's kind of the metaphor. So it's changing gears. So this means it's gonna affect everybody, but those with wherever your Taurus is, it's going to affect you more deeply in that area. So if there are changes that you need to make in life that you maybe have been avoiding or resisting, you want to hang on to those things, right? And you're really not supposed to. During the full moon, November 19th, and the full moon is 3 days, as I've said repeatedly. It starts on the 19th. It means that you can no longer hide. This is sort of the universe's way of, because it's changing gears, and if you're resisting or avoiding letting go of something, it's sort of like the universe turning around and saying, don't make me stop this car. Because the universe has a way of making you do something. Like if you are really not letting go of something you should be letting go of, the universe through this eclipse moon will force you to let go of it and to release it. Oh, the moon just moved. My phone does that when it It's waning. So we're in the waning crescent. It's just moved into Libra. But we're talking about when it's in Taurus. So that's what matters. So the universe will force you to release the grip on something with this particular full moon. It doesn't do it every full moon, just this one, because it's in Scorpio and eclipsing at the same time. But it will do it in a far more painful way than if you just let go of it yourself. So you have a couple of weeks to figure out what it is I need to let go of, because it'll be like a good slap upside the head. Now, I don't condone corporal punishment, but the universe will dole it out because we're all adults here. We should know better. And we should be letting go of those things we're supposed to be letting go of. And if we don't, we're going to get a slap upside the head and be told by the universe, yeah, you're letting go of this right now. So the new moon, so this new moon is working very closely with the full moon. They're very, very connected. So this new moon comes through on Thursday night, November the 11th. So next Thursday, yes. Is it next Thursday? I thought it was this Thursday. Perhaps it's next Thursday. I hope I didn't write the wrong date down. But anyways, the new moon comes in, and the 19th. Yeah, I guess that's a bit enough time. So the new moon, just like the full moon, is 3 nights. So it starts on Thursday, goes Friday and Saturday, and it's in Scorpio, this new moon. So it's going to make for a very sexy weekend that weekend. So keep that in mind. I don't have my moon book with me. Let me see if I can just look it up and make sure I'm in the right time frame. So new moon in 3 days. Yeah, I've got the wrong date here. So it's this Thursday. So this Thursday coming, thank you, Kathy. It's the 4th. I must have written that down. I know I booked an appointment for 11th. I booked someone in today, and I must have been writing this and their appointment at the same time. So yes, I had a feeling that was wrong. Thanks, Kathy, for confirming that. So it's this Thursday. So this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are new moon. That's when the moon is in its new phase. Like I said, it's in Scorpio, so it's a very sexy weekend if you want it to be. Scorpio is one of the darker signs of the zodiac, as well as one of the deeper signs. When a Scorpio loves you, they love you to the nth degree. Like, they just go deep. Their waters run very, very deep. The skies will be electric. They'll be on fire this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So the cool thing about this new moon is it has 2 very special gifts because of the sign it's in and because it's a power new moon. It's a super new moon. So what that means, and one of the gifts that it gives you is, if this year has been a tough year, and I know that's a loaded statement, but if things haven't gone in your favor, if things haven't worked out the way you've wanted them, or that sort of thing, this is a very powerful new moon, and you can turn everything around. This is a one new moon where you can do a total 180 and skid on into the end of the year on a high note, powerful, successful, bringing everything back around to where it's supposed to be. So there's a great power surge happening with this new moon. So this is the time to really plant those seeds so that you can take advantage of the full moon energy that's going to be coming up as well. So the second gift that this new moon starting this Thursday gives us is, Scorpio knows that there's things that need to be stripped away. And in order to be able to get gift number 1, if they don't get stripped away, gift number 1 of turning the 180 if you want to, and going in whatever direction you want, will not come if you don't strip away. So the gift is that it will help you strip away and release, let go of whatever you need to let go of, so that the full moon doesn't come in and go, you haven't let go of everything you need, and does it in a very painful way. So you're avoiding the pain. And it does it in the form of both forgiveness and in judging, the stopping of judging. Okay. So judging is a huge block that we often put on ourselves, and we do it through judging other people, judging ourselves, that sort of thing. So how do we get rid of this block? How do we start to let go of this so that by the full moon we're not going, oh my God. Um, so what you want to do is you want to think of people in your life that you may be looking down on, that you may feel, I'm superior to this person for whatever reason, because that's a judgment and that is placing a block. And people that you're angry with, because you're placing a judgment on anyone that you're angry with. It might be justified anger, but nevertheless, it's anger. You don't want to hang on to it. It's okay to be angry with the person, but actually, it's better for you to be angry at the action and let go of the judgment of the person. Letting go of the judgment, forgiving that person, does not mean you condone the action. You can still judge the action and you can hang on to that action, but you can't hang on to the anger towards that person. If you want to move forward, that is. I mean, if you want to suck and have shit fall in your life and have bad luck all over the place, hang on to the anger. Be my guest. But you can't say I didn't tell you, right? So if you're condemning them in some way, and if you want that person to go to hell, that might be a tip off that maybe that's someone you need to add to this list that I'm going to tell you about. So what you're going to do is you're going to write their name on a piece of paper, or if you have a picture of them, have a picture, have it on your altar if you have an altar, or just sit with it in sort of keep it around you for the next couple of weeks. And what you want to do on the start of the new moon, or one night of the new moon, is, and don't forget to add yourself to this list, because we often are our own worst critics, right? And have a pink candle, or you can go to any grocery store and buy a box of pink birthday candles, super cheap. I think they're like $1 or something like that. And you can have a pink candle for each person that's on your list. And so then what you want to do is get a little container. And if you want to do it on a cake, you can do it on a cake. But if you want to just have a little container filled with sand or salt, and you put each little candle in for each person that's on your list, and don't forget a candle for yourself, and you put that in, and on one of the nights of the new moon, light your candles, or candle if you just have one big pink one, with your list and your pictures of the people that you're angry with, or that you're looking down upon, that you've placed some judgment on, and spend some time in a meditative way. You don't have to do a meditation, just in a very purposeful, mindful kind of meditative way. And you send love to them. And how you can do this is you feel love coming from your heart chakra, and pretend like there's a bubble or a balloon that you have to fill with this love energy. So kind of, say it's Joe. I want to forgive Joe and stop judging him. So I'm going to sit and blow up my bubble with some of this love. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this bubble to Joe, and it's going to break, and he's going to be enveloped in my love towards him. And then you do that again for the next person. And then you do that lastly for yourself. So you do that as well for yourself. Blow your own big bubble and just splash it all over you, so you're enveloped in love, and you forgive yourself, and you stop being your worst critic and being so harsh. And you ask them for forgiveness. And again, including yourself, forgiving of yourself. So this will really help with the new moon, with new starts. So then you want to plant that seed. So that's sort of why I recommended it on the first night of the new moon, because then you can spend the other 2 nights planting some seeds of new things you want to do. How do you want to pivot 2021 into a successful year that can happen in just about 2 months, less than 2 months? The rest of the year could have been crap, and now's your moment to turn it all around if you want to. So I'm going to be doing a very special video and posting it on Thursday. And you can watch it for your sun sign or your rising sign, or either or, and you can do both signs as well. And what I will be doing is I'll be revealing what areas of your life this new moon is going to affect. So, for instance, if it's going to affect your house of family, then maybe there's some new things you can do with family. There's forgiveness. Bridges can be rebuilt. Fences can be mended. That way. Or maybe it's affecting your career house, your house of career, your house of values. So maybe there's something new that's coming into your life that you want. Maybe you want a new car, or you want a new job, or you want to travel. All these things, all the houses cover all of these things. Maybe you want new love coming into your life. If your house is affected with this new moon, now's a good time to bring that in. So be sure to tune in on Thursday. It's not going to be a live one. It's going to be one that I pre-record, but I will be talking about each of the signs. So if you know your sun sign, like when people say, what are you? You say, I'm Aries, or I'm Capricorn, or I'm, whatever. Not a lot of us know our rising, but if you want to find out your rising, you can go get your chart sort of on any free kind of site and see what your rising or ascendant is, another word that people use. Or you can message me on Goddess Garage Tarot Parlor on Facebook and ask me what your rising is, and I'll figure it out for you. Yes, what's going on? I'm Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. Okay, so Scorpio moon won't be affecting you as much, but Scorpio rising definitely. So absolutely tune in for that. See how it's affecting your rising sign. Full moon will also affect different houses. So we're going to talk about that a little bit down the road when we get closer to the full moon. I'll talk about that so you don't forget. And tomorrow on my Facebook Goddess Garage group, okay? So not the page, the group. It's just Goddess Garage. That's all it's called. I'm going to be posting some new moon journal prompts. So if you journal, if you want to kind of get into that ready space for the new moon, definitely go and join the group if you aren't already a member, but check it out and see what the prompts are to kind of get the juices flowing for the energy of the new moon. And that's all I got to say about the moon right now. So lots to say, but I'm going to be doing some readings now. So I have 2 people on my list. 3 people on my list for the full 5-card reading. It was by donation only, so it was a steal of a deal. You can donate as little as $5 and you're going to get a 5-card reading. If I have time, and I'm not sure that I will, but if I do, I'm going to do 1-card draws for anyone that wants one. But for the 5-card reading people, of which I have 3, thank you very much for those donations. And the beautiful thing is, if you have made a donation, you don't have to be here for the live. Because one thing Sarah does for me is she puts time stamps on it, and she figures out where I do the readings for everybody. So I've got Kathy, number 1, then I've got Lori, and then I've got Sarah as number 3. Now I'm just going to, do I know where I'm at? Maybe not. Okay. So the decks I'm using for the 5-card reading is Making Magic. I love this little deck. It's so cool because it tells you what magic you should be bringing into your life at this moment. I've been using this a lot through this month because it's a magical month of October, or it was. So this has been a really cool deck. I've loved it because I've talked to people about what magic you can bring in, and you don't have to be like a special wizard or witch or anything like that to do it. It's just really good advice. Audio is breaking up. I was noticing I kind of am being a little jerky. Not that I'm a jerk, hopefully anyways, but it's sort of getting jerky every once in a while. I'm not sure why.